This piece is from a book, Warriors, the Greatest Fighters in History. French knight Jean de Joinville traveled with King Louis IX of France on the Seventh Crusade. His story of a battle against the Turks in the North African town of Mansoura in February 1250 shows how some knights were eager to get glory for themselves, regardless of the damage they did. At dawn, we went down to the river on our horses and swam in. On the right bank, we saw about 300 Turks on horseback. The plan was for us Templars to go ahead, with the Count of Artois behind us, but as soon as we crossed the river, the Count and his followers chased after the Turks. We sent a message telling him to wait, but his knights kept on shouting, "At them! At them!" We Templars didn't want the Count to have the honor of going first, so we spurred our horses on. The two groups raced each other as we drove the Turks straight through the town of Mansoura and into the fields. But when we tried to get back through the town, the Turks threw logs and timber to block the streets. Many knights, all armed and mounted, were trapped and killed. My knights and I decided to attack the Turks in their camp. I saw one getting onto his horse. Just as he got his two hands on the saddle, I drove my lance into him just under the armpits and killed him. We charged through the camp, but in the fields outside we found 6,000 Turks, and they came charging at us. Lord Ralph was pulled off his horse, and we raced back to rescue him. The Turks threw spears, and my horse fell to his knees, sending me flying over his ears. I picked myself up, with my shield hanging from my neck and my sword in my hand. My knight came to help, and we ran into the ruined house. The Turks attacked on all sides, climbing the walls and thrusting down their spears. Lord Hugh got 3 wounds on his face. Lord Frederick got a gash between his shoulder blades so wide the blood flowed as if a tap was running. Lord Erard received a sword cut across his face. Even so, he was able to ride off to get help. Then the king and his whole battalion rode up with a great roar of trumpets and drums. He towered above his followers with a gilded helmet on his head and a German sword in his hand. His champion knights fell upon the Turks, and the fight raged on with clubs and swords. One of my squires brought me a pony, and I placed myself next to the king. In the battle, many of our people made a fine show, but others ran away from the fight and fled in panic. I could tell you some of their names, but I won't, because they are all dead.
Now, where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.